All right, guys, there's another very short update on the price of Bitcoin and crypto market in general. Today we'll look again during this sideways price action. We'll look at this channel and what happened from the last update. And also I would like to point out something about the on-chain indicators. We'll look at the SOPR very briefly. So first of all, I must say that this yellow zone, which was resistance before, and then we were looking at this zone when the price was moving towards the bottom of the zone. It was a support, but as you can see, it couldn't hold. What happens after the zone is broken? Of course, the price goes the same direction as the direction of the breakout. So we reached as low as $19,000, and that is surprisingly another zone of support. So yesterday we had this low bottom week of this red candle, and eventually the price actually had a pullback from that zone, which means again that this is kind of strong support. Also, we see that there is a low here, and a low here. Generally and technically, we're still in an uptrend by these lows. So which means that at least short term, within this consolidation, we kind of seeing this trend as a bullish trend. Also, the highs in this area, right? Highs are also going higher, which is again another signature of a bullish trend. However, that could be treated as the bearish flag. So here is the move the bearish trend before, and that is the consolidation, which is pretty much looks like a flag. I don't really like it personally because it seems that the consolidation is too long, but you know that happened here already, so we can expect the same may happen again. And also, in fact, that could be treated also as a bear flag. So there is a possibility, of course. Of course, there is a possibility. Also, currently what we're seeing is that after the drop and this pullback, we have this yellow zone as a resistance, right? And we actually see the price having a rejection from this resistance, which again means that we potentially could change this local trend with the higher highs, higher lows towards the slightly bearish direction at this point, and then try to test this zone again. If it is tested, then it is very likely, in my opinion, that we'll get it broken and probably have a lower low before the another price direction will change. But again, personally, I still think that the chances that we're staying in the uptrend, at least local uptrend, so those chances are pretty high. What else is that yesterday there was the news about the inflation, and it was a very huge inflation at the point, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, this area. And that inflation in the United States was the trigger for the drop in the traditional markets. So you can see that pretty much the same happens here. This is the S&P futures market, and apparently we can expect that Bitcoin and crypto, as the lower liquidity and lower capitalization market, follows the higher, bigger markets. That is our futures for the equities. And yes, pretty much the same happens. Okay, inflation is very bad, so let's go down, but then eventually we can see some kind of recovery. And in fact, after that, what happened with the S&P when it was open to trade, basically it still remains pretty much the same level. So although that news could be expected as very bearish, and you may expect much lower drop, but in fact it didn't happen. So it is continuing to some extent today, as what you can see from Bitcoin going down for this like 2-3%, but it's not something outrageous. And also I must say that those kind of news are very manipulative recently. That pretty much same happened when the Fed raised the percentage from what was 0.25 to 0.5, I think. And then that eventually pretty much led to the drop in S&P. But then after few hours, or maybe a few hours or a day, everything market returns back. So pretty much the same happened with BTC right now. So we saw this drop, but then we see recovery to the same level pretty fast actually, and even make a higher high from this point. So I don't think that this is an important condition at the moment. So all those fundamental news, so-called fundamentals, are not that critical. What is critical is where the price goes after we break this consolidation region. And also, looking at the SOPR, which I was going to show you today, is that here, as you can see, SOPR is below 1, which is the indicator of a bearish trend, and it's kind of a long-term bearish trend right now. So, but what I'm thinking is that we saw the low here, and currently we're kind of hoping that it may test the level of this level of 1 eventually. Pretty much the same, actually going even higher than that, the same as we had, let's say, here. So that is the bearish market 2018. So price went up with those correction moves, and then followed with the SOPR going much higher than 1, but we didn't see it yet here. So I tend to think that if the current situation is not the same as we had here, probably we must see some recovery. And at that point, when SOPR goes above 1, or at least reaches 1, that might be the end of the correction, which actually didn't start yet. So that is the correction which could be just only anticipated at the moment. So I will still expect this to happen. The targets are pretty much the same. So first is $26,000 to $28,000 below this consolidation. Another one is below this huge zone. So $35,000, $36,000, $37,000 is like conservative price for that correction. That would be a massive relief rally, and that from that point we could expect our final drop, or at least decline towards the final drop below $15,000. Again, $10,000-$15,000 is the conservative zone for the bottom of this market, in my personal opinion. Okay, we will look at what happened probably tomorrow, if not the next week, but I hope to make a short video, short update tomorrow. Until then, guys, I hope that you got a nice trading session recently. I see a couple of comments. Rausch, Wuza, hello guys, thank you for your comments, and thank you for watching. See you probably tomorrow with more updates on this short perspective. And yeah, good luck with your trading. Bye bye.